name is Bailey Dowdy, and I'm a community programs coordinator in the Peter Alfond Prevention and Healthy Living Center. I coordinate our physical movement classes, but then I also teach the physical movement classes. But I really want to focus on today one of our new instructors, and her name is Lindsey, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsey Michaud. I am a health and wellness coach here at MaineGeneral. I'm also a certified barre instructor and a barre teacher trainer. I'm a certified yoga instructor and mat Pilates instructor. I also lead meditation and mindfulness groups. And starting in October, I will be leading an introductory to barre series here in the community. And barre is a methodology that combines ballet barre conditioning, Pilates, and yoga. And we'll be using mostly our body weight resistance. We work the major muscle groups in the body, doing things like planks and push-ups, working the thighs, the glutes, the core, the back, and the upper body. And I will be breaking down the movements week by week, starting from the foundation and building up. And Bailey and I have a demo class for you today, so off we go. Yeah. We'll start with our feet hips distance apart, and then stretch the arms all the way up over the head. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bend the knees softly, take a forward fold, bow your forehead towards your shins. And then come up halfway, lift, inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, melt back down, fold. Roll all the way up to stand, one vertebrae at a time, arms stretch back up over the head. And then do that one more time, softly bend the knees forward, fold like you're moving through water. Take a half lift, inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, melt it back down. Roll all the way back up to stand, stretch the arms up high, and then take a giant step forward with your right foot, and then you can scoot the left leg back a little bit more if you need to. Take a diagonal line from the fingertips to your back heel, ground into the front foot, and then gently draw your left knee into your chest as your elbows pull in towards your side. Extend the leg back, and then pull the knee in. Extend, draw in. Beautiful. So you want to, again, root down into the front foot. And then as you draw the left knee towards your chest, you'll really engage your abdominal muscles. And then start to engage your back body as you bring your elbows back. Good, you've got 4 more like this. 3, 2, and last one. Hold your lunge position, bring your arms up overhead and then shoulders upright over the hips. And then take a deep lunge, lower your back knee towards the mat, and then rise all the way to stand. Lower down, and then reach. Hips are facing forward. If there's any pain in the knees, just working a little bit higher in the lunge, not having to go quite as low. And you want to stay grounded into the feet. Beautiful. We have 4 here. Then reach. 3, 2. Wonderful. Last one, holding your lunge position. And then step your back foot forward to meet your front foot, finding a chair squat. Hands come to heart center. And then just take little pulses down to center. Making sure that your knees do not come beyond the toes. And we want to avoid any bouncing movements or really small, controlled, intentional, nice adjustments. We have 4, 3, 2, pause. Then you'll extend your arms forward, extend your right leg back, other side here. So controlled, knee to chest as you draw your elbows and pull it in and extend. Yeah, you want to feel the contraction of your abdominal muscles, especially low belly. And see if you can tuck your elbows towards your back pockets as you draw your elbows in. Squeeze. Wonderful. Rooted into the left foot. You have 4 more here. 3. Make sure the breath is nice and strong. 2. And on the last one, holding the lunge position, bring your arms up overhead, shoulders over hips, and then arms down as you lunge, then reach. Hips are facing forward. Remember, this is just the warm-up. Getting the body fired up. Good, keep the core nice and strong. 2 more, down and lift. Lower, then hold in your lunge position. Step your back foot forward, hands to heart. And you'll stay right here. And if you want to go a little further, lift your heels up, balance on the balls of the feet. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down, forward, fold, drop the head. And then walking your hands forward, coming into a plank position. And step the legs back. Wonderful. And from here, I want you to come down onto your forearm. So carefully bring your right forearm down, then your left forearm down. Yes. So in plank, your shoulders are right over your elbows and your forearms are pushing into the ground. And then glide forward 1 inch. So lift the balls of the feet, or lift the heels over balls of feet. Good. In a modified plank, we'll bring the knees down. Beautiful. So that's a great modification from Bailey. Or you can keep the knees lifted, your choice. But you want to lift your belly button up toward your spine and then knit the front ribs together. Good. And then all you do is hold. So keep pushing down the elbows and keep pushing down the forearms and keep lifting your belly up and in and tilting your pelvis underneath you. Good. Amplify the breath. See if you can even fire up your lower body. So legs engage and glutes engage. Yeah. And you'll just set this hold here for 8, 7. Start to ignite the fire in your belly. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Child's pose. Press your hips all the way back to the heels. 1 giant breath in. 1 giant breath out. Find downward facing dog. So spread the fingers, send your hips high. And pedal the legs. Bend right knee, then left knee. And then slowly walk your feet forward to the top of your mat and roll to stand. And then rise. Arms will come up all the way over the head. And then arms down by your sides. Okay, bring your left foot towards the top of your mat. Step your right leg toward the back of your mat. So in a wide stance, so heels in, toes out, and then bend both knees. Hands to your hips, awesome. Now take your low belly and pull it in and shoulders come back. Hands to heart center, and then move down 1 inch, and then push the ground away to lift 1 inch. So it's lower, lift. Knees are tractioning back. Yeah, good. Feet are grounded down into your mat. And remember, this is just a little teaser of a class and what's to come, but really building from the foundation up. You'll start to feel the heat building in your thighs. You'll feel a little activation in the outer hips. And look at Bailey smiling through it all. Shoulders stay stacked. Good, try to broaden the collarbones. You have 4 more pulses and 3. Beautiful, 2. Now hold it low, alternate heel lifts. Right heel lifts, lower. Then left heel, lower. Beautiful. Eyes are straight ahead. Good, you're pressing the ball of your foot down into the floor. If there's any sensitivity in ankles, you'll keep the heel a little bit lower. If you get that nice static hold, thighs are starting to burn, perhaps shake just a little bit. And that is normal. That's a space we're trying to find. Lift, lower, lift, lower. You have 8, 7, 6, then 1 more set of pulses. Good, for 4, 3, 2, both heels down, start to pulse. Go 1 inch down, then lift, lower, and lift. Yes, wonderful. Keeping the eyes straight ahead so we have a nice neutral neck. For 4, then a hold. 3, keep traction the knees back. 2, yes, and last one, hold. Find your depth, arms rise overhead, and then heels lift up off the mat. Good, draw the low belly in and sink 1 inch down. Hold it here for 8. You'll start to feel that shake. 7, 6, 5. Awesome. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Keep your left foot forward, and then you're just going to take your toes and spin them forward. You'll come into a 90-90 lunge. Squared, pull the belly in, and then heel, your back heel lifts nice and high to the sky. Awesome adjustment. From here, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Left knee stays stacked over the ball of the foot. And again, as I said in the warm-up, if there's any pain in the knees, your lunge just is a little bit higher, right? So you don't have to find so much depth. Smaller movements, higher movements. Good. So down 1 inch and lift. Think about contracting your right bum so that you can bring the right hip forward just a little more. Low belly pulls in, shoulders up over the hips. Good. And knit the front ribs together. We'll do 4 pulses. 3, 2. Now hold it low. Bump the hips to the right, to the left. Yeah. Right, then left. Yes, and keeping the right hip pressing forward. Nice and controlled. And if you can, drop 1 inch lower towards your mat. Feel that nice deep burn in the thighs. For 4, 3, 2, center, hold. Left heel comes up if you can, arms up overhead. And then bottom knee nice and low towards your mat. Hold for 8, smile, 7, 6, you can do it. For 3, 2, and 1, release. Switch sides, right foot forward, left leg back. Right knee stays over ankle, back knee nice and low towards your mat. We want to create 90-degree angles in both legs. Back heel nice and high. Drop 1 inch, push the ground away, lift. Lower, and lift. So you'll engage your left glute this time, which will drive your left hip forward and your right hip back. As a reminder, just working higher in the lunge should you feel anything funky in the knee joints. Eyes straight ahead. Keep breathing nice and strong. You've got 8. 7. All movements are intentional in bar class, so try not to bounce. For 4. Yes. 3, 2. Hold it low. Start to bump the hips to the right and left. So just a little tick-tock of the pelvis, right to left, right to left. Good. Keep the feet grounded into your mat. For 4, 3, 2, center, hold. Arms up. Challenge your balance. Right heel nice and high. Bend the back knee nice and low. We hold for 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. For 3, 2, and 1. Step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Drop the head all the way down. Little upper body work, and we will call it a day. So go ahead and extend your arms forward in front of you, and then imagine that you're holding on to a rope, okay? Now shift your shoulders up over the hips, drop your shoulders from the ears, start to lift up an inch, and keeping that grip tight on the rope. You want to use your shoulder muscles to lift the arms. Beautiful. Core is wrapped in, almost like we're wearing a corset, right? Kind of pulling everything together. Soft bend to the knees, feet are grounded into the floor. Lift. Yes, good. You've got it. Go 8, 7, then it circles. 6, 5, 4, yes, 3, 2, now circle up and around. You've got it. Out and around, lift. Up and around. Like you're carving a circle into a piece of wood, right? Find that resistance on the lift of the circle. And try to keep that tension out of the neck. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, reverse the direction. So small pause and lift. Lift, yes. So you'll feel the shoulder shaping here. And we have a tendency to start to lean back in this space. So see if you can keep your shoulders upright over the hips. For 4, 3, 2. Now palms face each other. Bend your elbows. Start to lift up an inch. Lift. Now try to get your elbows to come inward slightly. Yeah, awesome. Now it's like you're punching straight up towards the sky. Lift. Feel some resistance for 4, 3, 2. Elbows widen. So we open, squeeze the upper back, then chest fly in. Go open and close. You'll feel a little stretch in the front body as your elbows widen. And then see if you can squeeze into the postural muscles as you draw your elbows back. Good. Squeeze. Close. Try to get your elbows to touch in the front. Press. Awesome adjustment. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. On your last one, hold your arms out and start to squeeze. Go up an inch. Yes. It's like we're raising the roof here. Little soft bend to the knees, anchored to the feet. For 4, 3. Now arms over the head, slightly in front of the gaze, then squeeze all the way down. Lift and lower. So you're getting the big muscles in the back body as you draw your elbows down, and then shoulders as you reach up and overhead. Squeeze. Still keeping the front ribs pulling inward so the core stays active. Reach 4. Good. 3, 2. Last one, squeeze your elbows back. Squeeze 8, 7. Start to bend your knees and start to pitch forward so your shoulders hinge, or you're hinging at the hips and your shoulders face forward. 4, 3. Good. 2. Hold here. Now take your hands, extend them back behind you. Yes, little triceps. Bend the elbow softly. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Good. Bend your knees more like you're sitting down in a stool. Knees not coming beyond your toes. 8, 7. Micro movements. 6, 5. Good. So you'll feel that burn start to build in the back of the arm. For 3, for 2. Hold here. See if you can activate the back line of the arm a little bit more. Draw your shoulder blades together so you broaden the collarbones. Lift your heels if you've got it in you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together so your hands come closer. Bend your knees. Start to tremble just a little bit. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Drop your head. And then very slowly roll all the way to stand. Good. Interlace your hands back behind you. Open up the chest. Take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Release the arms, right arm across your chest, left arm underneath. Make sure right shoulder comes down away from the ears. You can turn your head to the right. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Head back to center. Release the right arm, take it over the head. Find a tricep stretch. The head rests back in the arms. Anchor into your feet. Perhaps a side bend to the left and hips push forward ever so slightly. Deep breath in and out. Rise back up. Release. Switch sides. Left arm across chest, right arm underneath. Eyes can go to the left. Left shoulder shifts down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Head to center, left arm overhead. And then taking side bend if that felt good on the other side. Hips are pushing forward. Feel that lengthening in the left side body and then release. All right, one more balance challenge. Hands to heart center. You could also do this seated. Cross right ankle over left thigh. Then slowly begin to sink your hips down. This will stretch the outer edge of your right hip. Keep the right foot active. We'll protect the knee joint. Make sure left knee does not roll forward. Deep breath in. Sink a little bit deeper. Then slowly rise on up. Push your left heel into the floor. Bend your left knee and hands to thighs. Breathing in. And then round down, nose towards your thighs. Straighten the spine. Rise all the way up. Right foot on your mat. And switch left ankle, right thigh. Hands to heart center. Find balance or take a seat. Do the same thing seated. Sink down through the hips. You'll feel the stretch in the outer left hip. Breathe in. And then exhale, sink down 1 inch lower. And then slowly push the floor away. Rise. Left heel anchors down. Bend the right knee, hands to thighs. Nice long spine as you inhale. As you exhale, round nose towards your knee. Good, and then roll your way up. Plant both feet. Inhale, sweep high. And then exhale, press down. Good, one more. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, release. Well, there you have it, just a little sneak preview of our beginner bar series. Hopefully you can join us in October.